Hey yo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another Coaster Spotlight bundle. Today we have two very different creations, one being a recreation of the Goliath coaster at Wallaby, Holland, and the other a bit more of a Aztec jungle exploration. So two very cool creations here today, so stay tuned and let's check them out. Okay, welcome back everyone. Hope you're all doing great today. We're just gonna jump right on into the action, starting with Goliath, created by LMAO. I'm Nitro, one of our Discord builders and silver patrons. Thank you so much for your support. And here they say, I rebuilt a coaster called Goliath. It's located in the Netherlands in a park called Wallaby. I really like this coaster, so I hope you enjoy it. Also, please leave any feedback. I'd love to improve. Boom. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, I'll see if I can bring up this image here from Google Maps of the layout of the coaster. I mean, it's pretty close. This tail end looks a little bit off. I mean, this could have been pulled down here. Definitely check out the Google Maps when you're creating these coasters to see if you can get that layout as accurate as possible. I do think this back end needs to tail out here a little bit more. Other than that, though, I think the general layout is pretty darn close. This part could probably be pinched in a little bit more and brought up this way. But yeah, it's pretty darn close. Now, in terms of aesthetics and stuff, you just kind of span the same tree all the way around the outside. I definitely think if you're going to approach one of these recreations, you kind of need to rebuild the aesthetics around it. So you have like the pathway from the park that could have been put along the side here. You could have done the trees in the exact location with the terraforming and the paint job. The lake comes out a little bit more to the back here. We got some buildings in the background there. You got some paths coming all the way up there. And then you could just kind of build in that surrounding area so that when you do open it up, you're like, wow, I'm really in Wallaby again. And it brings back memories and stuff for those who have been there and experienced it. I think for the most part, you know, you really want to capture that, like the queue area. I haven't really been there in person, so I don't really know, but you know, you want to try to make sure that you at least capture this area the best. But I think having that immersive surrounding area is going to be as great as well. But let's, the most important thing is going to be the coaster, right? So if you've recreated the coaster, that's what matters most. So I'm going to try my best to bring up a video in the bottom right-hand corner. And if the video's not there, I got copyright claimed. Sometimes YouTube can detect videos on top of videos. So let's hope that's not the case here today. But looking at the actual coaster here, it's a Giga Invincible, and the actual coaster in real life is an Intamin Mega Coaster, and it opened in 2002. It says 153 feet tall, and the top speeds of 65 miles per hour. This is 68 miles per hour, and well, and then the actual track length is 4,000 feet, but how many feet to meters? Let's find this out. So that would be 121 meters. Wait, that doesn't make sense. No, 1,000. Oh, shoot. 1,219 meters, and that's actually pretty close. Pretty darn close. This one's taking off now. There's a look at the rest of the results if you guys want to see them. The G-forces on the lateral are actually a little bit way too high, but the vertical's okay. So let's check it out. Okay, I was trying to watch the POV of the actual coaster in real life matched up to this one, but they're obviously different speeds because the game handles the speed of the coaster differently than the friction in a real life coaster. But I do think some of the areas could use a little bit fine tuning. For me to get that to line up in post, I'm going to actually have to edit the coaster a little bit or speed it up or do a little bit of syncing to make it look like it matches, but it does seem a little bit off in some areas. I think some areas could use pulling in a little bit more and pulling out a little bit more in other areas, but it's pretty darn accurate overall. And coming in, I could see the boarding station. You could have tried to like nail that a little bit more as well. It is quite different overall, and I think the fencing and queue comes back a bit. So I try to get some on, like, go into Google Maps and look around, try to get some images and try to recreate some of that area as best as possible. Like I said, bring out that surrounding area of the coaster, and I think that would just make it feel that much more immersive and bring people into that realism, make them feel like they're revisiting one of their favorite coasters. But very, very good effort. I think it's pretty darn accurate. It's fun, and it matched up pretty good. So a strong effort here today from LMAO. I'm Nitro. I have never seen this name before, so it'd probably be their first ever spotlight. They are a builder, and let's see if they have anything on their workshop here. So nothing on their workshop that I recognize. So first time featuring this creator, so love to see you make a return back to the show. LMAO, I'm Nitro. Keep up the amazing work. What did you guys think of this? Leave your thoughts, comments, and critiques down in the comments below, and let's go check out the last coaster of the day. Panther, created by Deanna L 2010, one of our Discord builders and golden patrons. Thank you so much for your support, Deanna. And here they say, "Hey Johnny, it's Deanna with a new coaster titled Panther. I'm happy to present this work, which has been taking quite a while to do, trying to get everything just right with the feedback from other coasters you have featured. I worked a lot with my foliage and rock work to create a jungle experience using a launch floorless coaster. The waterfall area with animal heads was downloaded from the workshop, but the rest all my own work or from the game itself. As always, thank you so much for your content. While finishing up my chemo, your videos help me getting going, and I appreciate it so much. Keep up your good work with all the content you do on your videos. You rock." Oh my god, I hope your chemo went well, Deanna. I had no idea. Well, I'm glad Planet Coaster is helping you through these hard times as well as everyone else. I know 2020 has been pretty hard on us all, and I wish you the best, Deanna. Okay, let's take a look at Deanna's coaster here today. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. As she mentioned, she downloaded these off of the workshop. These are definitely something that caught my eye, and I was like, wow, this is really impressive. And I really was hoping that you had created these because they're such a nice centerpiece, and I know you've been trying to push yourself to do more creative things like this. This temple, I'm not sure if you made that or not. I think you just said that these are what you took, and then the rest was created yourself, because the temple looks just as phenomenal. Love all the broken pieces going up for the staircase. It looks a little bit aged and worn, and the composition comes together looking really cool. So why don't we check out the coaster and then talk a little bit more about the aesthetics, as she has been featured quite several times on the show and constantly showing improvement, and I want to see how that shows in today's creation. So there's a look at the stats if you want to see them, and let's shut her down and give her a go. really good stuff. I think this is a great improvement from the previous coasters we've seen from you in the past. The pacing was really nice. The transitions between the coasters really nice. It had a nice airy flow to it. You put some thought into your block section this time around, and the environment looks phenomenal. Definitely love the centerpiece here. Even though you took these off the workshop, you did a good job of integrating them, building the assets in, and putting this all together, and making it come together as one whole centerpiece for the coaster to kind of run up and go around. The temples look great, and I love all the little work in between. You know, great environmental details. Definitely your strongest creation by a mile. So whatever feedback I've been giving you on the previous ones, it's been working, because this is such an improvement. And we see that, like, even the repetitive trees we talked about in the past, you've added in different styles of trees, although they are floating back here, but I guess you don't see it from this angle. But they all are at different heights, different rotations. Definitely watch for the floaters and all that stuff, but I guess as long as you don't see it from the coaster. I think your rock work still needs a little bit of help, because this like cut and dry flat top, it's a little bit strange to do this with the boarding station. I would be afraid that I was in queue here that I would get, this whole thing would crumble down on me. Try to create more of a structural base going up the sides, and just give a little bit more foundation, spread it out a little bit, and then mix in some other rock variations, and then get some little shrubs growing out the cracks and stuff going up the sides. Not the very tippity top, you don't really need it there, or you could build a building into it and have that on a rock bed. But you know, this what's up this? Is these lights? What is this? Whoa. Would you look at that? That's interesting. The lighting look back here looks really good. I really like what you've done over here. This part over here is feeling a little bit left out. You know, it's a square pond, but it's not really integrated or connected with the rest of it. Maybe try using one of those river rapids rides as just scenery, running from the one area to the next. Have it running down the middle, and that way the water has a source, you know, and just try to bring that all together. I feel like this part here is just a little bit off-putting compared to the rest, but definitely a strong effort and a major improvement from your previous creations, and I definitely see you improving with every single submission. So keep up the great work, Deanna. If you guys have any additional advice, thoughts, comments, if you've seen their previous creations, I think you could type in Deanna in the search engine on my channel, and you'll find a couple. Let me test that out, actually. So I typed in Deanna L 2010 on the channel. We had a couple come up. The space coaster, and then I think they were also put into a couple of the bundles, like Twin Temples. That would have been another one. I think Contort was another one in episode 637. You did the Wendigo exploration for the exploration coaster contest. Definitely a strong presence in this community. You have quite a bit of submissions there, even on a bunch of episodes, and again, I've seen constant improvement, and you're always trying to do something different, and that's what I like about you. You did all these different styles, from architecture styles to space themes, the crazy Wendigo exploration, which was creatures and stuff, and now we have a bit of an adventure vibe. So always having fun with the game, always trying new things, and that's what I love to see from new up-and-coming builders, and that's great. And in terms of your chemo, I didn't know that you were going through chemotherapy. That is a rough process, so I wish you the best in recovery from that. Our thoughts and prayers are going out to you, Deanna. So try to stay safe, stay healthy, and we wish you the best in recovery, and we are glad to have you in this community. Keep having fun with Planet Coaster when you are feeling healthy. Boom. There you guys go. What did you think of these two creations in today's episode? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.